Kia ora from Aotearoa, Poppy here, just out for a little walk in this amazing place and looking at all the spring flowers, just beautiful, the birds, the time is now, in the moment, and honestly I got to say that being in the now is the safest place for me to be, to exist. I've been letting go of different things. I've been taking myself away from social media and screen time over the last few days, and really just wanting to just tune in with nature, with myself, and really, to kind of work out what's going on and where things are at. There's a lot of people that are sharing what's going on, of course, and I'm probably one of them in a sense. But yeah, I've just got this very big, strong knowing within me that nature and this earth, this is why I feel I'm here at this time, is that I really want to stick with this beautiful earth and myself as we are transitioning through so much. Like, we're all, well, not all of us, but many of us are going through this big rebirth, really, where we really are letting go of the old and finding our way into the new. And then the new is like very unfamiliar. And being in the now, it's so interesting. Events come up, life happens around us. Like, what happened for me is that lots of things have happened which have been helping me to heal so much of the initial programming that went with the satanic ritual abuse. So for me, it was actually very strong religious programming, highly confusing. And yet when I'm in my now, when I'm in nature, everything is true, everything is real, everything is there. Our beautiful earth provides, and it's just it's just the place that I really want to be. I know that it's really important right now, as she goes through her transition, as we do, that we connect as much as we possibly can, and start to grow our own food if we possibly can. Things are going to change. I can see things are changing very soon. There may be big changes within the financial system, because the system really is crashing. It's breaking down, and so are a lot of our old ways that go along with it. And it's just like, what I'm seeing is just by taking care of our own releasing, our own letting go, our own creating the new, our being, connecting with our wisdom, we are actually right here doing that thing and for many of us, we will actually be partaking in cleaning up in other realms. I've certainly had to do a lot of that over my life, and especially where universal law was broken, where things were broken, and we can actually clear up these realms in our meditation and in the breath work. So my main go-to has always been breath work. I've been doing that since 2004, that I was really introduced to that, and then of course that's the breath of source, that's the breath of life. So can't really go wrong with that. Yeah, and the other thing that I just notice is that sometimes these conditional thoughts come up, and I'm just like, this was all old programming, because the ways of source, the ways of nature, they're more about harmonizing with things and being, and it's not like if you do this then you do that. It's just not like this religious kind of thing that has infused all of society into a conformity, into a way to try to keep it going. And so yeah, we're kind of being really rebellious by just being in nature. and it's been just amazing to even observe the difference in my mind and the peace, the definite peace that has really come from not partaking in the screens. It's almost like there's just so much anxiety in the field. I've woken up with anxiety 3 mornings in a row, breathed into it, healed some things within me, big things, still big healing. Like, we are going to go into this, we are in the process of creating something new, where the earth will become new with our consciousness, as I see it. Like everything I say, these are just the things that I've kind of seen from myself, from my life. I'm very, very well aware that there's been many, many, many years of, not just years, but lifetimes, where I feel I've been working towards this new earth, like with a lot of other people. There's many who are, and like, it's just a short time in the whole of evolution if we look at it, but the earth and humanity has been in slavery for a very, very, very long time. And when you really get to meet good, just everyday human beings, it's not natural for us to be in this massive competitive mode and to get tired and run down and sick. So it's going to be so worth it to hang in here and just be with nature, be with ourselves, keep staying with the breath of life, finding our own wisdom, which isn't the wisdom of everybody else, because we'll just get so confused if we listen to the wisdom of everybody else, because everybody's finding their way, and it's not all the same way for everybody either. And so sometimes it actually takes a lot of courage. We just got a little bit of rain coming in. It's been off and on all day, so I'm just going to put my umbrella up while I carry on talking. Yeah. Ooh, that feels lovely. Yes. So where was I up to? Yeah, just talking about how each one of us is actually on a very, very different path, and we don't necessarily understand the path of other people. And I just find that it's really loving to honour people's paths, people's choices, whatever they are, and also to be quite strong on my own, and that I'm not swayed, I'm not influenced, but that I know for myself. And it can feel a little bit like there's a holding space. It certainly does feel that way, where things are so uncertain. And of course, because we're actually growing into things that we've never experienced before, maybe similar things in other times in other elsewheres, but here it's in the now, and it's the responses in the now, and in the now I know I'm okay, I've got this, and I'll just keep breathing and keep trusting that this source is with me, source has filled me. I actively take in the light of source, and I really do want to keep growing into more love, which is happening the more that I release the fears that are still there. And there are still fears in me, and I'm not going to say I'm fearless yet, because I'm not. But all my fears I am addressing, and that's what any one of us can do. It's quite simple. I think the way forward is kind of simple. It's really about coming back down and really finding our way to harmonize with nature and love her, protect her, hold her as we hold ourselves. Yeah, so I just wanted to touch base a little bit. I've been kind of talking publicly for a long time, and it was always based a lot on the Mayan calendar in the past, and that sort of really, it was a really amazing time actually. It really helped me connect in with Source and see that we all do receive similar energies every day that come through nature, and then we can all respond. And so if we are actually connecting with nature, and I mean, I still have a lot of fears, and so I end up praying a lot in, well, I just call it light language, and because it's just like, it's a call from my heart. It's a call from my heart for life to keep going and to come through this time, because so much is going on in the world that can look very threatening, but with Source everything is possible. And there's a lovely phrase that someone says, and it's like, if Source calls you, it'll take you through. So whatever the obstacles, whatever the challenges, just know that Source will take us through. And the more clear and the more that we come into our own wisdom and our own knowing, the more simple everything is. Yeah. So lots of love to you all.